Hi YouTube, welcome back. Today, we're going to do something totally different. We're going to make a craft. Stay tuned. So this is part of a collaboration, although I was looking at doing craft videos over the winter time, so this is a great kickstart to that. This collaboration is to do a $5 Christmas centerpiece, or other winter holiday, whatever you celebrate. We celebrate Christmas, I'm doing a Christmas one. And you have to go to the dollar store, like where everything's $1, the Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, whatever you have in your area, and you get $5 worth of stuff and make something out of it. Well, I did do a little extra, so I went 6, and I'm using some stuff that I had already. Like, I already have my glue gun, glue sticks, a piece of Velcro. The extra that I did was for a light, which you don't have to do this. It's one of those battery-operated tea lights. Because one of the things in my craft is this little house, and it's meant for these little battery lights. You don't have to use the light, you could just do this without, but then you would actually have it under $5. So, got a little house. I'm using this that I already had, although it actually did come from the dollar store. I was using it for something else. It was a cake container, cake holder. Also have some ribbon that I got from the dollar store. These little trees. These little figures. And these little figures. If you hadn't guessed it, we're just going to make a little snow scene. Alright, we're going to bring you in close so you can see what I'm doing. Well, first of all, I don't think the little carolers really fit into the rest of it, so I'm not going to use that one. But the rest of these I'm going to use. And first is the placement of the house. Now, there's like a little bump in the middle, so I want to cover that with the house. But I don't want it straight in the center, so I'm going to put it back here. Now, if I wasn't doing the light, I could just glue this down. It's mostly flat. There's a hole in the middle. But since I'm using the light, I need to be able to get to the switch to turn it on and off. So that's what I'm going to use the piece of Velcro for. Velcro, opposite corners so it's a little more stable. And then we just peel off the other side. I'm sure you could use the sew-on type of Velcro and just glue it. Glue gun ready. So we've got our dad here shoveling the sidewalk. Our Christmas tree, the outdoor one, the corner of the house, snowman over here. And our kids playing. Oh, and I am using a low temp hot glue gun. That way I don't melt the plastic. That is my base. Not sure if I like the well right there. But nowhere else to put it now. I still want to use it. And there she stands. Pieces are attached to the base. The house is a little wobbly, but it stays there. It stays there. So now I need to go with the ribbon. Now this stuff, it's wired edge, but that'll fray. So I'm actually going to glue the end over a little bit to keep it from doing that. Just a thin little strip. Now if it frays on the inside, it won't go past the glue there. Now the fun part. I'm going to attach the ribbon all the way on the outside. And it's going to have to be like folded over itself on the inside so that the outside can be all pretty. But I'm going to put the seam in the back so you don't see it as much. Well, this is definitely the part of the project that took the longest. Although I did go slow because I wanted to make sure that it was done right the first time and not have to try and redo it. I was afraid that if I had to take it apart and redo it, the ribbon wouldn't survive. What I did was I folded a little bit of the ribbon over on itself and put a little bit of glue there just to hold it to itself like a pleat. And then I put a little bit of glue on the bottom of it to hold it to the plate. I tried to keep my spacing even all the way around, although I realized that I did have it a little bit closer at the beginning than on the rest of the project. I tried very hard to keep the inside gold line of the trim even and on top of itself so it looked continuous, because I didn't want to have to use another item to cover it. When I got to the end, I glued it like I did at the beginning to keep it from fraying. Now this was not a hard project. It was time-consuming and required a little bit of patience. Well, maybe a lot of patience. But it wasn't hard. It just goes slow, take one little bit at a time. And I think it was well worth it. The ruffle is definitely my favorite part. And then when I got to the end, I did glue the bottom or the outside of the beginning and the end together. And here's a close-up of the ribbon when it's all done. And if you look on the inside, it does look like one line, even though it's folded over itself many times. All done. I think it looks pretty good. Thanks for joining me. Remember, life's an adventure. Thanks for joining me in mine. God bless.